the third world is not poor. You don't go to poor countries to make money. There are very few poor countries in this world. Only the people are poor. When people didn't have enough to eat, when people were driven to the edge of desperation, there's billions to be made there, to be carved out and to be taken. The capitalist European and North American powers have carved out and taken the timber, the bauxite. They have taken out of these countries. These countries are not underdeveloped. They're overexploited. They're overexploited. They're overexploited.
Good evening. You are listening to Kaieteur Radio 99.1 and of course 99.5 FM, the radio with a difference. Good evening to everyone lining the coastland of Ghana. It is time for the Lall Show. Tell it as it is. As usual, we have the man of the hour in studio and he will give us his presentation. Afterwards, we will decide, depending on the time, if he will take your calls and a little bit of a feedback. However, without further ado, good evening, Mr. Lall.
Namaste, Kevin. Namaste, Guyana. Kevin, you had a good weekend?
Very good weekend, yes.
Man, I was invited Friday evening by a friend. And when I finished the show and told him I'm ready to come across, the man told me to walk with my own vodka. That he house doesn't have vodka. I get upset and didn't go. He called me the next day to tell me he's not inviting me back at his home anymore. How he's going to put security with my photograph on the gate to make sure that I don't go back to his home. You didn't see this guy eyes pass me?
He carried feelings.
He invited me for a drink and tell me I must walk with my own drink. I didn't show up and now the man didn't want to invite me again. I'm not taking any more invitation, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Like I said, namaste. Our past is powerless. Is powerless compared to our present. Don't allow anyone to trample upon us. We are not going to get exploited. If exploiting someone is wrong, allowing yourself to be exploited is also wrong. Our karma today has the power to override the karma of yesterday. The past is important, yes, but the present is more important today. We should not live with the past. We have the power to override the karma of yesterday, today. Those are not my words, Kevin. Those are some beautiful words came from a priest. Each passing day, I am living a more and more blessed life. I listened back to myself last Friday, and I couldn't be more happy for Lall. I really, really love him. Listening to that Friday night program. When you guys see him, please tell him that I love him, okay? All right. I talked Friday about the 12 million leaked files from the Pandora paper in Panama, in which 330 world leaders and government officials get caught up with stolen money in which they cannot give account for. I talked about Chile, how the president gave away a 2.5 billion American dollars copper and iron blocks. I just saw the state prosecutor in Chile open an investigation into those blocks. Journalists discovered that the Chile president and his family is said to have billions of American dollars in one of the Pandora files. Auntie and uncle, we give away 600 oil blocks to ExxonMobil. We give away all the rest to various people. and not a single investigation is ordered. When we are going to get on, when are we going to get on the streets and demand that these bleeders open an investigation with proper investigators about those blocks to get our rightful share? Imran Khan of Pakistan says he will deal with his cabinet officials and the citizens that are also involved with thieving billions. Uncle, when will you wake up and start fighting for your future and future generations? Or y'all gonna sleep and think that money will come your way? I told you guys Friday that Kamal Duki, who has 100% shares in the Kanji oil block, his name is also featured in the Panama Papers and now the Pandora Papers. Robert Prasad did say he never meet or know the people who he give those oil blocks to, but he is seen knocking glasses with the same Kamal Duki at the Marriott and other places. Ta-da! Yes. 5 months ago, Guyana installed a brand new scanner and other screening equipment to the cost of 400 million Guyana dollar at the never done renovation airport. The scanner alone themselves cost $290 million. And all of a sudden, the scanner shuts down, not working. It might very well cost more than $290 million to get it fixed. Yep. This is your Guyana. Beautiful Guyana. I can tell you all when I get it fixed and how much it costs them to get it up and running. 11 years now, they're building that airport. 11 years now, we getting a sophisticated airport. Just look at it. I love this land, and I love you too, auntie and uncle. I don't know if this is borrow money, but what I know for sure is that they're going to borrow more money to fix it. Yeah. Tomorrow again, we are carrying a story in which the government put out another tender for 600 million Guyana dollar to build a little building and fix up some things inside a brand new airport. The Chinese still building. Guys, when this airport milking cow gonna drop dead, huh? It gets more and more sickening, and your leaders have no shame making these things public. Ta-da! That's a new song I learned today. Ta-da! You guys remember the one laptop per family? Yeah, man, you remember it. Was more than 30 million US dollars. Them say, let me repeat, them spend for give you one laptop. I don't even know how much y'all get and what become of it. Then they spend $1.6 billion dollars. That's 8 million US on some Great Wall laptops for the teachers. Yesterday, we found out that 500 million worth in the laptops came here damaged. Not Lall saying that. The PAC, the Public Accounts Committee in Parliament, found out that during their Public Accounts audit. What a Guyana. Read the story in the Kaieteur News and sing with me. Ta-da! I couldn't help laughing in the editorial meeting this afternoon. A man coughed a mayor in his head today. That also in the Kaieteur News tomorrow. Ta-da! I love this program. I really do love this program. Please tell Mr. Glenn Lall thanks for sharing all these news with us. Years now, I have said sugar is dead. Hey, hey! Now, them finally come to grips with that issue, closing down the sugar factories. Ta-da! Today they put out a statement begging oil companies to hire the sugar workers. Give them a little work to clean the compound and pay them peanuts. I can't help feel sad. Sad for these sugar workers. And I can't help feel sad for we leaders. Wow. Almost 1 year now. I told you guys we will soon have to import fish and shrimp to eat. No one took me serious. No one took Glenn Lall serious. Well, yesterday, the Ministry of Finance says in their mid-year report that white belly shrimp and fine fish catch is what left now. Ta-da! Them says seabob shrimp, tuna prawns, red snapper and so on has significantly reduced because of the saltiness. Let me repeat that. Because of the saltiness in the ocean water. Really? Wow. Ta-da! It's trouble we in here. Where seafood is concerned, Guyana, you're in trouble. These morons we have had. Oh, these morons we have had. Oh, I don't know what else to say about them. Oh, could you say tada with me, man? Tada! Them like to see fair play before they say something. They have no understanding, no vision of what this oil business is all about. They have done no study, no research to educate themselves on the effects and consequences of what happens in the fishing industry when oil is pumping. We have been reporting, the Kaieteur News have been reporting on this fishing industry more than a year now. And they were laughing. Today they are at a loss. The reduction of seafood is staring them in the face. You gotta love these people, auntie and uncle. They are so dumb with the little perks thrown at them that they will also turn a blind eye to this massive loss the nation has to live with. No fish, no shrimp, no cockabelly, no mudfish. Soon, very soon, that also will disappear from the trenches and the gutters. Wait and see. Mark Glenn Lall words. He's not here tonight, but he's going to be here Friday. Start prepare your mouth, auntie and uncle, to eat veggie seafood. It's selling all over already. It's in all them supermarkets. Go to New Thriving and order this veggie seafood, and they'll sell you it. It tastes good. Is more poverty to come, uncle. More poverty to come. As for the fishermen and their families, who only depend on that for their livelihoods, God be with them all. More crimes will follow when people can't find work, can't feed their family. Crimes, banditry, a whole set of criminal activities will rip this land apart. I did tell y'all how the American ambassador did say one time, just the other day, how she willing to help regularize the fishing industry. I had to laugh, remember? I did tell y'all then that the Americans, they have 50 years and never one day say anything about our fish. All of a sudden we find oil and them ready to help we regularize the fishing industry. You remember, man, I spoke about it. The minister was happy to thank the ambassador. Big photograph. We getting help with the fishing industry. I wonder what the fishermen, where they going to get help now? Uncle, the Americans know in advance. Them know that when the oil start pumping, what becomes of countries' fishing industry. But our leaders doesn't have that vision to see further than their nose. Matter of fact, they were happy to announce that the U.S. ambassador had offered 1.5 million US to regularize the industry. I wonder where the money there. Ask the question where the money there. I love this land, and I think I love this land more than myself. I don't forget to tell Glenn Lall that. The ministry used words to describe the cause of this sudden reduction of fishes, but I think they haven't a clue as to what the real issue is. Uncle and auntie, let me make it very simple. What is going on out there will kill not only the fishes, but it will kill me and you. They have something called produced water. I spoke about it before. Many times I talk about it. This produced water comes up with the oil and the gas. It is hotter than an electric iron you just press your clothes with. So imagine if that falls on you or the fishes. It melts everything. It melts everything, every living thing, including human beings. And it also changes the temperature of the ocean water. Ocean water has to be at a certain temperature for fish to breed, to expand. When that water temperature is changed, then everything begins to die or floats away or move away. The amount of that produced water they pump every day and night is equivalent to the barrels of oil they are pumping up, or sometimes even more. Don't get confused. That water is not the Atlantic Ocean water. That water comes up miles beneath the ocean floor in the rocks. So when Exxon drilled 30,000 feet looking for oil, you just put up with that, with gas, the oil, and that produced water in the rocks. Them three just live together. And when them bring up the oil, all three just come up. I explained this to you all many times, but I can repeat it. When the oil and gas and this produced water comes up, auntie and uncle, the oil company is supposed to put back that produced water and the gas where it come from beneath the ocean floor. Not dump it in the ocean or burn the gas in the air, but putting it back. Putting it back cost money. Knowing how glutton, stingy and greedy, even hungry for every cent of the oil money. looking for the cheapest way out. Exxon and the rest of oil companies don't care what they damage or who is hurt in the process. Your whole country can die out, and them don't care once their pockets and them bank book are being filled higher and higher, especially people like we, brown, black, and yellow people in this land. Our lives doesn't matter. And the people who is supposed to be looking out for us, our leaders, they are nowhere to be found. Ta-da! Y'all search for them. And when you find them, must call me. I've been looking for some of them quite a while now. And they're nowhere to be found. Mr. Jagdev said you would hold a press conference and talk to us, brief us on the oil and the projects them about a month ago. I only hear he going on critic, talking about pumpkin, bora, and baji, and who born down this and who not born down this, and who want to do this and who want to do that. The man who running the oil sector, the same man, he been to sit down with critic when 2 days ago, guys? Yeah, 2 days ago. And say how we can bring in FBI to investigate the breakdown fire. He talked about David Hines and the parasites in the apnea, the perks apnea enjoyed, how they buy new vehicles, how people going around the place begging for donations and putting it in their pockets, how WPA has some people working for $700,000 and $800,000 a month, and he went on blabbering, and not a single word about our local content, not a word about them contracts, not a word about our oil, your wealth, your belly, your pocket, or your future. Pure nonsense, pure hogwash. He keeps on goateeing like Lall. I am ashamed when I listen to these leaders, when they open their mouths to speak. You guys think Guyana can get any better with these leaders? Huh? Mr. Bernard? Jagdev and Harman can't find time to hold a press conference with real media people to talk about our oil. They can't face the nation to answer questions. Uncle, auntie, this thing got to change. And it is your voice that got the power. It's only your voice that can bring about a change, not Lall alone. We're in serious danger in this country. Please, I beg you, wake up. I also explained to y'all before about the high levels of flooding. It was never like that before the oil. The produced water and the flaring has caused that. And as the operation continues, in the years to come, all of you will have to remove from the coastal area because the flooding will be 50 times higher than what you're witnessing or what you have witnessed earlier this year. Everything I say will come to pass. You see where the sugar industry is. You see where the fishing industry now is. Rice and other agriculture products will disappear sooner than you think due to the increased level of flooding. Wait and see. The infrastructure breaking up, especially your roads. And what you're hearing, they're going to borrow money to put in infrastructure. These bleeders are so backwards, dotish and dumb, auntie. I know you guys love them. But wait, man. Wait. Y'all can't call them. I am not saying don't love them, but call out on them, na man. You elect them to run and lead. You voted for them to give you and your children a good future. I am now telling you guys on the radio and showing you guys daily in the newspaper where your future is heading. All to the foreigners. Every single cent, uncle. Man, don't do this to yourself, please. Please. This produced water, uncle, it comes up also with deadly chemicals they use to bring up this oil. You think is only the produced water is dumping? It is dumping with oil too. The deadly chemicals that will kill every single thing around them. And don't you ever think or let anyone fool you that this is only the produced water going into the Atlantic Ocean. When the oil, the gas, and the produced water come up to the ship up top, it is being separated. The gas, they will burn it out. That also is being burnt with chemicals and oil inside, because you can't separate completely. So, cannot be completely clean from the deadly chemicals and the oil. 120 barrels per day they're bringing up. Trust me. Oil and chemicals going in the Atlantic Ocean with the produced water. That also helps to kill everything and becomes very dangerous to our health, because that same water filters into our trenches, into our riverways, in which we use at the end of the day. So don't let nobody fool you on that. It's like an air compressor. I have 4 air compressors to each machine. And the air compressor is to dry the air and then send it to the machine. We have water traps, 4 or 5 water traps at various points to trap the water that it does not go into the machine. Auntie and uncle, no matter how much water traps you put, no matter how good is this compressor, it can't completely dry the air for send to the machine. Every water trap you check before the machine, water keeps dropping there. And water still goes into the machine. That's how simple this thing is. So it's not only the produced water being dumped in the ocean. Yesterday, we carried this story. When I read it, I pinched myself to make sure I was not dreaming. Because you guys know I like dream. I pinched myself. Minister of Home Affairs, Ben, said he's now spending $11 million out of a $15 million US loan we borrowed from the IDB since 2015. Guess what he's spending the $11 million on? To buy wheelbarrow, spade, shovel, and cutlass, hose, forks, and some protective gears. I don't know what is the protective gears. To rehabilitate, to help prisoners fix back, fit back, come back into society. The tools is to help them earn a skill in plumbing, carpentry, masonry, electrical, and stuff like that. 11 million, borrow money to buy spade and shovel. Ta-da! Man, I really got to get help. I really got to get some help from me in this land to understand what is happening. And the Home Affairs Minister was proud to put out a statement telling us that 11 million loan, and we giving away that by the day with one single supply boat out here. We borrow loan for buy shovel and electrical tools to teach the prisoners a trade, a skill, so when they come out, they can fit back into society. Help me, please. Guyana, you gotta help me, please. I notice some East Coast Demerara residents' eyes beginning to open. They're beginning to see what is taking place around them, and they are using their voices, fighting for their rights. I was so happy with that one. We had exposed an American company who was putting down a cement factory for the oil company in South Rheinveld the other day, in which the EPA and the city council had given no permission for. Y'all remember how the white man they tear up the notice to stop the project in front of the city council officers? You remember that, Ms. Harris? Yeah, man. And when we exposed the issue, they were given 7 days to exit the country by the government. Well, guys, it's a similar thing is brewing with a Trinidadian company who wants to do a similar cement factory in Happy Acres. Them start building and tell the residents that it's a storage bond. They're putting down for Exxon and the oil companies. That bond raised eyebrows with the residents, and they decided to dig deeper into the storage bond. When they found out was not a storage bond. 4 communities came out and stood their grounds. That forced the EPA to hold a public consultation on the project with the residents and the Trinidadian company. I love it when I heard that. What came out from that meeting was very, very, very shocking and interesting. The Trini company had said in their application to the EPA that they were a subsidiary of Tulsi Prasad Limited. When Tulsi was asked by the residents, Tulsi said they've never heard of such a project, much less part of it. It was a big lie from the beginning with this project. You got to hear it. At the start of the meeting, Ms. Harris, the EPA asked the owners and shareholders of the project to lay their points and address their concerns and issues raised by the residents. And this is what they told the gathering, that they have a firm called Vista Trading and Logistics based in Trinidad, in which they are supplying cement to the oil companies from Trinidad and Tobago. And that they are here to set up a branch in Guyana to now do the same thing from here. And how they how they were not well received by the residents in the villages. They said they have been doing this business for the last 5 years out of Trinidad and wanted to bring the project here in Guyana. So the citizens of Guyana, I love this piece. So the citizens of Guyana, the workers of Guyana can benefit. Is everybody think we are set up morons, eh? we can't own nothing. We can benefit. We can benefit from being a worker.
Wow.
The Vista official further told the gathering that the company chose the East Coast because it close to the shore-based facilities, which would therefore reduce its environmental impact. Then he said, the equipment that would be used in the storage and distribution facility are modern, and they come from America. Oh, he was keen to note as well that the operation at East Coast would include receiving, storing, and delivering large bags of cement to the customers' location in Guyana, where they can then process the cement at their sites. Hear that? This is huge business. This is local content we the Guyanese should have been doing. Instead, we nagada. We can't get them kind of business that. But when they finished speaking, the residents of the neighborhood began to address them. One resident said that the developer and its affiliates have been dishonest, as they claimed Vista is a subsidiary of Tulsi Prasad, a reputable Guyanese firm. It turned out that Tulsi Prasad had nothing to do with the company. Man, and the resident went after EPA and the company, accusing them of storing hazardous cement, which will pollute the airspace, which would cause serious health risks that can lead to all sorts of illness, like cancer and so on, which will lead to death. They end by saying, if this is not fixed, correct, or deal with in the right fashion, legal actions will follow. Man, I love it when I hear that. The EPA, in their defense, said how the company applied for an enclosed bond to carry out their business. And based on their understanding, the project would entail the distribution of oil well cement and the transfer of same to silos, then to bulk tanker, using trailers to transport these things. The EPA official said all activities would be conducted in an enclosed warehouse, which would be constructed at the project location, and end off by saying the approval process for the project is not completed, while adding that it is an ongoing and would entail consultation with central housing and planning and other stakeholders. Wow. You see, Ms. Harris, if you don't take on these issues as a village, as residents, and fight these things, trust me, you will have nothing to get.
Yeah.
And you're putting your lives and your children's lives, health at risk.
Yeah.
I love those people. I love them. Thank you, guys. More villages need to stand up and fight for their rights and their share. Now that is one. Yeah, that is only one part of the story in which these foreigners coming and eating up local content. Wow. I don't know what, sometimes I don't know. When you think about all these things, it makes you feel sick. You ain't got nothing to get. And our leaders allowing every time they can hurry to swallow up our share. The other part, uncle, is even worse. Hear what I say. The transfer of the oil cement to silos will be done with bulk tanker and trailers for transport to their clients. I don't think you guys have a clue as to what these oil cement tankers and trailers doing to our roads. Think about it. We will never make back a part of the money to even patch the roads. What them will break up. And me and you gonna drive on them same old broken down road. Paradang, like ta-da. That is what you were left with. Yesterday, I saw another TT company is getting ready to open their 24-hour gas station with electric charger. Wow. You hear me? You hear that? Another TT company coming here to set up a gas station with electric charger.
Electric vehicles?
Electric vehicles, yes. And that's a joint venture. Man, is everything these people falling in on. We have so many gas stations in which the locals catching hell to make $1 to feed their family. You see what your leaders encouraging in the name of foreign direct investment? Since when gas station is a foreign direct investment? Mr. Jagdev and Mr. Harman, since when? This is not, uncle, this is nothing but impeding in local businesses in the name of foreign direct investment. Them said this investment is worth 4.9 million US dollars. Big money, eh? That is what does confuse these morons we have for leaders, calling that foreign direct investment coming in. They can't see the people coming in to eat up the little local gas station business with their own TNT companies, putting our own local people out of bread and butter. No, they can't see that. They can't envision that. They don't have the business sense to see they are coming to fleece every cent in every corner they can. They're allowing them now to come to take everything away. Don't be surprised, uncle. Don't be surprised, auntie. You hear one of them coming in to do radio, television and newspaper business and call that foreign direct investment. Or you may very well hear them come to form a political party to put them out and take over the country from them too. All that will be called foreign direct investment, guys. Them just announced big money to invest 4.9 million US to get the license, the concessions, and then they move on from there. It's the same thing in all them sectors. Gold, bauxite, timber and everything. They never bring a cent and start fetching away your wealth. Hiring a few locals to help them fetch it out too. And that's what I call foreign direct investment. You know, uncle, what irked me a little more when I read that story was a member from GCCI. He says, joint ventures like this is what we encouraged. And he said he is not against foreign direct investment. We want people to come and change the landscape of the country. Gas station gonna change the landscape. You hear me about that? Gas station. He also said investment must not be at the expense of we locals. That one was very nice. I admire that one. I just laugh when some of these lead guys speak. Let me ask that member of the GCCI, what you think will become of the local gas station players' pockets? Are we short of gas stations? Is this foreign direct investment or is this local content? Which one, Uncle? All these leaders in this land, Uncle, needs to go back to and take some lessons to understand what is foreign direct investment. Guys, foreign direct investment is when both the investors and the country can benefit reasonably and fairly. Foreign direct investment is not about jobs only. Foreign direct investment is when we can see tangible developments in a country.
Definitely.
Foreign direct investment is where you can see people's lives and businesses are getting better by the day and not worse. Foreign direct investment is not to come and put locals out of their businesses. Foreign direct investment is not when they come and gone, your country and its people are worse off. No, guys. Foreign direct investment transform nations with its people. We have so many of them in our gold, diamond, bauxite, timber, and the other sectors. Where is the development in this land for the last 30 years? Can anybody answer that question?
Not even the leaders.
Whose life and how many of our citizens has benefited from those foreign direct investment or investors? Name one for me, please. One only. And also name one Guyanese citizen that can honestly say they have benefited from any of the foreign direct investors. Tell us. Tell me, or tell Glenn Lall. Sorry, he's not here tonight. Start with GT&T. 20 plus years, and all they get, all we brothers and sisters getting is low-paying jobs. GT&T has been making a killing in this land, and what our people are being paid? Little or nothing.
Yeah.
Barely to survive, to put food on their children's table. Omai came here, eat up our gold and left. What I left with Guyana? A deadly cyanide spill that's still affecting our people on to this day. That is what you get from them. They are back, and your leaders hug them with open arms and legs. We can't even see the contract until now. Can you believe this? They have all these contracts locked away in steel safes, hiding it from me and you. They don't want us to see the deals they made with these foreign direct investors. These things that they are doing, both governments, is not sad, auntie and uncle. It is criminal. Some of these past and present leaders should be put before the courts for what they are doing to you and me. All in the name of foreign direct investments. And I can name some of them that I know. Troy Resources, Zinjin, Rusal, GMI, Bosai by Chenlin, and a whole lot of others running in every day in our mineral fees that we don't know of. All of them come here, corrupt your leaders, and is busy raping you and your future generations of our wealth. It's sad, man. It's very sad. Don't talk about oil. This is not foreign direct investment. This is not a highway robbery. This is the undoing of a country and its people. It's 1,000,000,000 times worse than if bandits kick down your door in the wee hours of the morning. Rape both girl and boy children and then murder their parents. People, please, I am begging you all, wake up. Wake up now, man. We cannot sleep on this thing too long. Every passing day, you open the papers, is this one coming to do this and that one coming to do that. We are being informed. We are being informed by the media and not the government officials who giving them permission to come rape us. It is sad, eh? Just the other day when they were drowned, going in there, 200 of them. We don't even know the company name.
Yep.
They form, but they done the heading in your back dam, in the droves.
200 of them.
Yeah, man, a ton of them keep rolling in. And them are rolling in the nights when you guys sleeping. I have lost track. I've lost count on how many of them here already. What you, the citizens, getting out of this? Out of this foreign direct investment.
Nothing.
Not even low-paying jobs.
Nothing.
Junior Sammy has a set of TT truck drivers taking up local content jobs that we can do, that our brothers and sisters can do. And we leaders call that foreign direct investment or investors. Man, some of you need schooling. Storage bond, gas station is considered foreign direct investments. Guys, don't be surprised when you hear we leaders accept another foreign direct investor coming here to sell happy endings or a funeral parlor. Because everything is foreign direct investment for them. Oh man, I need help, Guyana. And you people need to help me. It has been almost a year now. 3 times a week, I've been filling your ears with all the shady deals, all the corruption, all the thievery and skullduggery that went on and still continues to this date. I was very much surprised at the comments made by that chamber member, Timothy Tucker. A man I talked with a few times. He commented on the gas station in the Stabroek News. Is either the Stabroek News misrepresented what he said and need to correct it, or Tucker doesn't understand what foreign direct investment is or what local content is all about. Gas station, like I said, is not foreign direct investment or local content, Mr. Tucker. Gas station is encroaching on our own citizens' business. putting them out of a little small change to feed their families. Cement storage facility is not foreign direct investment. Any lagu bagu can do that. Foreign direct investors does bring them money here to invest in things the country and its people can do, and in which both the country and investors are happy with. That is foreign direct investors and investment. Brothers and sisters, please, I beg all of you, including all the politicians in and out of government, to just name one of the foreign direct investors who came here that leave any one of us happy. Name one that is here presently that we can say we are happy with. Ask any one of your MPs to name one of them that Guyana is happy with. Uncle and auntie, when you all see these leaders anywhere, ask them why they are hiding these contracts. Demand from them that they tell you what crookish deals they made with your wealth. Demand they show you the contracts and deals what they signed. All of them have confidentiality clause. Can you believe that? Imagine y'all own wealth. Y'all own God-given blessed wealth. And they're hiding it in steel safe from us? Nah, man. Nah, man. No. Miss Harris, I'm getting worked up. People, you're being robbed in your sleep. Then bring an Irish company in the name of foreign direct investment for take over and run GPL. Some 15 years ago, what happened? The leaders collect their small change, the foreigners take off all we clothes, rob us, and left. Yes, they disappeared, they're gone. Where is GPL? You're still in blackouts, and it will continue to be so for the next 30 years. Ta-da! What a lovely Guyana and lovely leader. Uncle, tell all of them that local content is for local people first and foremost, not foreigners. Tell them that we are not against foreigners coming here to invest, but we must get our rightful share. A fair deal, that's all we're asking for. And if they can't give us that, they should pack up. They should get out. They should run out immediately. Let me ask, man, anybody disagree with that?
Definitely
Huh?
not me.
Nope.
If you disagree, you can call me or text me. You got my number. Let me guys give you a simple example of what local content means, uncle. You have a mango tree in your yard and a Trini company in there picking the mangoes. Would you allow them to bring Trini workers? Pay them fat salaries? To drive the mango trucks when you got you children who can drive trucks too? No. No. You would not. You would want them to hire your children first. That's how simple local content is. Your children got to get to work first and foremost. It's your mango tree. And you have to benefit not only from the share, but you must be able to benefit from the local content, meaning the goods and services you supply, driving the truck. We leaders allowing all these foreign companies to bring their own people to swallow up everything while you got your children walking the road, hungry like junkies, looking for a little piece of job.
And robbing people too.
Yeah. To be happy, uncle. To be happy. Let go of what's gone. Be grateful for what remains. And look forward to what is coming next. You hear that, uncle? Yeah. Let me share this last story with y'all. I called. Don't worry with that. I don't want to share that with you guys, man. No, I'm not going to share that one with you. Let me move to another one. All the concern, all these leaders' concern, uncle, is with y'all votes. Y'all votes and what they can get out of you by using you. That's all they think. You think they care for any one of y'all? You think they're really looking out for y'all interests? Everything is being done in secret. And you guys not knowing anything. Nothing. And they're not doing anything to correct all these things. For the last 5 years, the IMF, the UNDP, the IDB, the World Bank have provided we leaders with advice on hundreds of safeguards it must have in place to insulate the oil sector from cloudy and damning acts of corruption. Uncle, to date, not one these people have put in place. Them just throw everything under the pillow to sleep with. Or maybe they throw it in the garbage bin. We at the Kaieteur News have been pointing out thousands of corruption in every sector, and all is being met with deaf ears, blind eyes, and still tongues. This country is bleeding every second. Every second of the day. And who cares? People are starving. People have no money for taxi fare to go in search of a work and doesn't have that. One of them wanted to work with me and asked me if I could please give him taxi money to come. I had to laugh. The people advised them of the lopsided deal with the ExxonMobil contract in which we are being used and abused, yet not a word. Instead, you hear from President Ali in New York press conference about Bora, pepper and pumpkin. The people talk about the abuse of the interest rates. Guyana is allowing ExxonMobil to throw on us. Nothing has been done. The people say countries don't allow interest expenses. And the caps they put on the recovery expenses. Nobody does that. Nothing has been done so far. The people advise our leaders to put in a ring fencing provision. And to now Guyana losing billions by not having that in place. That provision, uncle, is to stop Exxon from spending money all over the place and throwing the cost on Liza One that is pumping oil. Them can drill and drill from one block to the next block, inflate all the bills and take it out now as we speak from our oil money. And we leaders not saying or doing anything about that. We're not stopping it. Uncle, auntie, It's like me picking mangoes from your tree in Essequibo, and at the same time, me got people searching for more mango tree in Borbis and Linden, Timbuktu, Georgetown, Lethem, all over. And those bills is coming on the Essequibo mango tree. That is business, eh? That's what it is. That's what ring fencing is all about. How much more can I make this thing simple for y'all, man? People fetching out everything from your house through a window every day in front of your face, and you not putting on a grill on that window? Huh? You got to be in bed doing something. You got to be in bed with those people doing something. Lall don't know. Who allows such lawlessness, such madness, such evil to their family? Like I said, sometimes finding words to describe what is happening in this land, which y'all wealth, it's extremely difficult. And every jackman and jackwoman quiet is when y'all gonna get out into the streets and stop these things. I am still waiting on those photographs. Some of you promised. I only received some. This is not something new, uncle. For the last 6 years, Kaieteur News have been reporting on every one of those things to be changed, and absolutely nothing they have done or say a word, a single word, when these things will be corrected, put in place, so that the nation and the Guyanese people can benefit in a way to see a glimmer of hope in their life. The people recommended that they use Parliament to change the outdated laws. Instead, they go to Parliament and cuss down each other. Wow, like P and W. I don't want to use the words. The foreign experts say Guyana stands to lose much more. Much more than what Exxon is doing to us with that contract. Isn't that sad, man? Today it was reported out of the mouth of Ashney Singh, 20 hotels to be constructed in the new city, the new Guyana.
Wow.
You may want to ask if Guyana need 20 high-rise hotels.
We need 20 schools.
Yes, we need them.
20 hospitals.
The speed in which the oil companies plans to take out the oil, you will have tremendous traffic in and out of Guyana. They wouldn't go and stay at Alpha or Dan Carey and the other hotels. They're building their own hotels with their own people, which will be paid for in the billions from not their money, not Exxon money, but from your money, from the oil. I would have loved to own one. Mommy again, Olan. You would have loved to own one too, but they ain't gonna give you the land. The government give away all the land to the foreigners. I don't know if they keep back any for themselves, or if they're building any one of the hotels in there secretly. I don't know. But Ashney Singh said they're ready to start building early next year. Pump it, baby, pump it. Take it, baby, take it. Jag their words. Share the billions with the foreigners and tell your citizens Guyana is transforming. Guyana is becoming a fairy tale country with a fairy tale city. Not me said that. President Ali said that. Like I said, don't think you would be able to enter to see the new city, to see what it looks like. Unless you have on a suit, maybe like me, and tie, with money in your pocket or behind your name, you can get in. If not, you will stuck in Georgetown, Charlestown, Lazytown, Albaistown, and the rest of the rundown town that you're accustomed to. That's where you guys will be. Have a blessed evening. And God bless all of you. This is Guyana. Beautiful and sexy Guyana. See if you get some telephone calls, let's take them.
Yes, his hours now moved on to 13. That should be 20 hours, 30 or 8:30
Wow.
p.m. That was a very informative and, of course, as usual, very enlightening presentation, Mr. Lall. And this is where we take your phone calls and your text messages. You can call 226-7453 to air your concerns or ask a question to Mr. Lall, or you can also comment under the Facebook comment section, or even WhatsApp or SMS 622-2222. We have a call. Good evening. You're on to Kaieteur Radio.
Hi, this is Mr. Bernard.
Yes.
I think it's time now, Guyanese should come together and really take the streets because we can't wait further than now.
I agree with you.
Do you have a question?
He's on the air.
Yeah, I normally every day I get my big market is selling and big is selling. Like the amount of people who are selling every day, the road building up attention like more like nobody in got finance. The people who selling greens and things are getting sale and all kind of things. You know, so it's not nothing nice going on in this place. The Guyanese should come together and we hit the road all year clock. Thanks very much.
I agree with you, brother. I agree with you. But we got to get the people them to come out. We got to get them to come out. This whole country should go on a standstill with what is happening in this land. And if you guys don't decide to put it on a standstill, just begin to think that you will be at a standstill for the rest of your life, because there will nothing to come your way.
We have a caller here. Hi, good night, caller.
Hi, Miss Harris. How are you? Hi, Josh. How, Mr. Glenlal? How are you guys?
Yes, go ahead, sir.
My question to you is, Mr. Lall, does anyone ever investigate what Triple D warehouse is doing on the east bank of the Marara? It's pretty much the same thing you were talking about on the East Coast warehouse. And they're cleaning pipes with all these chemicals and everything else, and it's being transferred to ExxonMobil yard for sent out to the ocean. No one knows that, but I happen to know that because I was working with a company that was doing that in Triple D's warehouse.
Okay.
Interesting.
All right. I guess that's another aspect of the work. But cleaning pipes, you don't need Trinidad company to come and do that. This is where
but the chemical they're using is not standard, like you said, with the EPA agreement that they have. They're probably not telling the EPA what kind of chemical they use to clean the pipes and the cement that they're storing in there.
I got you.
So the question then is, are these foreign companies getting a free ride with the EPA? Because we've had a couple of examples where the EPA is doing things like, no. We have had that discussion a while back, in which when these companies set up here to carry out these type of work, they have to use a friendly chemical rather than the dangerous chemicals, right? And they apply to EPA saying that, hey, we are a cleaning company,
and these are our chemicals that we will be using, right? They present to the EPA the right chemicals to clean the job. But as soon as they get the permit and the contract and the license and they start the work, they don't use the friendly climate chemicals. They bring in the dangerous chemicals, because the friendly one, maybe it take a week to clean a pipe, but the dangerous one, clean it in an hour.
Yeah.
And the faster they clean it, the bigger money they make. Now, that's a very, very important thing the gentleman talk about here. These are things our EPA should be checking on. Because Exxon also, the oil companies also needs to be checked on, because the chemicals they're using out there should be spot checked actually every week. Actually every week.
And they should be captured. They should be captured after they clean the pipes.
Exactly. Because
my next question
and
to
the
you,
reason,
Mr. Glenn,
one second. The reason they're using the other chemicals, because the friendly chemicals is too expensive to use.
Cheaper, that's a good.
right?
Right? So they run for
The
cheaper.
environmental friendly, yes.
Right. They run for cheaper, deadly chemical. And hey,
Yes.
go on,
Correct.
because at the end of the day, them save money.
Yeah.
But like I said in the earlier program, they don't care about black, brown, and yellow people in this country.
Exactly.
We are not people.
That's right.
So they will do anything they don't give a damn about us.
Yes.
They don't have to live here anymore after two. When they finish work, they're gone.
Exactly.
Yes. What
Mrs.
was,
Harris,
yeah.
can you name me one Guyanese that went to Trinidad to do business and he was very successful in the 70s and the 80s when they were confiscating all Guyanese merchandise? And Barra Jagdev said that in his campaign that he remembers that.
Yeah, but we don't want to go down that road, accusing.
It's in the hearts of Guyanese, my brother.
Yes, but over the years, I can tell you that the Trinidadians has grown to understand and know this oil business, just like the people in Africa, who has been in the oil business for 100 years. So the people, they're running to get a job. They're running to do what they can do. And if they see loopholes in Guyana and they can get in here with our corrupt leaders, well, hey, they're gonna come.
Yep.
So I'm not blaming
Thank you.
I'm not blaming the Trinidad.
Thank you.
I would not blame them, but all I'm asking for, let my brothers and sisters, let my Guyanese people get a bite of the pie. Things that we can do, we must be given first preference. That's all I'm concerned with. I can understand the things what we can do, the Trini can come and do, but they must come and do joint ventures in
Yes.
which they can come with locals and we learn the work
Yep.
and then we move on. You understand? And that's how all the countries does it. Countries do not allow foreign investors to march in people's country and take over. No, you gotta do it. You gotta do partner with their citizens, so that their citizens can learn.
Correct. And I think this country has faced enough of this tit for tat mentality where because let's not go down that road where because things have been done to us, that means we must do it back to people. We've had enough of that.
I agree with you.
Too
I
much.
agree with
And
you.
it's time for us to be the bigger person and like Ms. Lall said, just do things fairly for our people. All right, we do have a caller on the line. Good evening, caller. You're on to the Glenn Lall Show.
Good night.
Good night, sir.
Good. Glenn, these politicians got a lot of trick, And I think that you stuck up too long in speaking about this. You got shifted from this island. It's like you friends them calling you, asking you if they want you pay off rename. Brassington. And the other night, one of them called speaking about fire. Now, you don't need nobody to pay for you grandchildren them. to send them to school. You could afford it. So you got to let your friends them know you don't need the money. You want the face become public. Because this government, you got to take them on like hyenas. And if you take both sides, not one side, both sides, you got to take on these politicians like hyenas. Or you got to take them on like we call it, like the wild dog. You got to take them on by the facts. If you don't take them on like that, they're going to ignore you because they got plenty trick. Because you say it already, you know the people I'm interested in, owning a house and 2 cars. But the picture bigger than that because listen to this. These politicians can give an ordinary man a house in a new housing scheme and they can tell you when the person buy 10 million, automatically the house becomes 20 million. Now you tell me, who they find if I buy the house of 20 million when they can't pay the loan? You tell me this. Yeah? But this is the thing that is tying the people into and nobody is discussing it.
Hold.
You got some big camouflage.
Hold
Hello?
a second. Hold.
Yeah.
Hold. These are good topic we can chat on. People need to understand, my friend, house lot is nothing. A house, owning a house is important, but at this stage where we are, with the wealth we have, we should be focusing to get a share or our portion out of it. We have money that every citizen of this country should be owning mansions, brother. Mansions. This country can really become a developed country with the wealth we have. And foreigners don't have to come and develop it. We can develop it our own selves if we get our rightful share, my friend. You know, if ever you go to Miami, you're gonna see how beautiful Miami is.
Glenn, I understand what you telling me, you know. But why want you to understand that these politicians got plenty trick? Like you said the other night, you say you believe they got people here who got over $2 billion US. That you say you believe. You understand that?
Yes, I believe so.
That yes, you know, right? Now my argument is this: the politicians are tricking people into small things.
Yes.
And if you don't discuss the things that are tricking people into, you ain't gonna mobilize them. They need to understand.
I believe that he ran out of credit.
You got his number?
No.
All right. 624-6456 is my number. Call me and we can chat.
Yes, 226-7453, the number Mr. Lall just called, or 226-7455 as usual, and WhatsApp 622-2222, the same as SMS.
But I do agree with him, right? That we have to, unless we let the people know what's happening, they wouldn't come out, they wouldn't stand up.
We have to meet the people where they are. A lot of people are struggling to find something to eat. So you telling them about this oil and the millions and billions, they got to get something to eat first.
Yes, exactly. They got to live.
So you have to meet the people where they are. Someone says it's either you're against the Trini companies or you are for them. Glenn, you're talking with a forked tongue now, man.
No.
But I think it's much more complicated than
Yes,
that. It can't just be
All right,
we're against them or we're for them.
Let me answer that. I am not against any foreigners. I am against the foreigners coming, taking up the work, taking up the contracts, the projects, in which Guyanese has that force right to.
Yes.
Listen to me carefully. Trucking services can be provided by every Guyanese. Why are we bringing in Trinidadian trucking firm? Come on, man. You need to understand. I am not anti-foreigners. I love them. But I said we have to get our fair share. Foreign direct investments must not, for them to come here and give me brothers and sisters here little fine work and eat away we gold and we diamond, we bauxite, we oil. No, we must get tangible jobs. We must get tangible contracts. They supply boats. The supply boats is owned by the oil companies themselves, charging you what we can do far cheaper. And then they have the nerve. Exxon had the nerve to say they're going and drill 12 holes in Kanji and Kaieteur each. And don't worry, we already have supply boats ready for them. So it means that me and you ain't got no share there. Me and you can go throw 2 boats to catch on that money out of the Kaieteur and Kanji. Exxon done grab up that too. Come on. You need to understand what I'm saying. I am making it very simple. Work that belongs to us should be for us.
Yep.
You want to build hotels? Give us the opportunity first.
Yes.
Just don't go give away the foreigners. You want to build supply centers? Give us. You want to do shore bases? Let us know. I was very happy at Reading Hoop. A set of Guyanese putting down a shore base at Reading Hoop. And some people ask me, what happened? You're not talking about that? No, I will not speak about that.
What's the Guyanese?
Because they're Guyanese. And once they're Guyanese, I am happy. I don't care if it's Granger, Harmon, Ali, or Jagdale. Or what color of your skin. Or what race you belong to. Or what party you belong to. Once you're a Guyanese and you can get these projects first, I am happy. And all Guyana should be happy. You know why? Those money, the millions or the billions they will make there, will be left right here. It will be circulating right here. But those that are collecting, those supply boats, the helicopter plane services, those hotels, every single penny, as fast as they come in, it disappears. You think GT&T money staying here? The billions staying here? No. Digital money staying here? No. Any foreign company that's working in Guyana money staying here? No. The money that's staying here is just paying me brothers and you sisters a little pocket change, what can't even pay the rent or feed their family. That is the money that is being left here. All the rest is being siphoned off and gone. So when Guyanese get the work, I am happy. I want to do a religious work for them. How happy I am. Go ahead.
The next question would be, how would a proper local content policy help to fix some of these issues with the foreign companies?
The local content policy, 6 years now, we don't even have a draft, much less a policy. The policy dictates what belongs to us. Tells you, well, here, no, you don't touch here. You don't come here. You can't get this. You can't get that.
Yeah.
This belongs to Guyanese.
Did you get help from export Kevin Ramnarain from Trinidad with the local content, formulating local content policy?
No. Kevin Ramnarain, give them advice on the gas to shore. A man named Anthony Paul, he who draft our local content policy. And they kick him out.
And where is the draft now?
I think the PPP brought him back and he's helping them out. I think they already got a draft.
Yeah, but
Just a draft.
Yeah, but 5 years.
The legislation might take another 10 years. By the time that put in place, everything is gone.
Exactly.
And the oil is done.
It's really sad. Local content. The government knew that local content was that oil has been producing for years, and they should have been. The local content policy should have been already eating, because they keep on saying that they're gonna claw back from the local content, and they are not doing it. So they don't want to renegotiate the contract, and they don't want to enforce local content. So what exactly do they want to do?
It's sad. 500 million Chinese laptop came here and damaged. $290 million scanner breakdown. Another 600 million bid going out for the CGIA airport.
That's $3 million.
20 new hotels to be erected. Foreigners are being allowed to put on gas station. Foreigners allowed to put on storage facility for cement. Your fishing industry gone. Your sugar industry disappear. And now you got government begging, you know, man. We're carrying that story tomorrow. Begging oil players to give the sugar workers.
Okay, but Glenn, I have a question for you.
Man, this thing is so sad and sickening.
But Glenn, if you have local content legislation, would not force the oil company to hire Guyanese?
Exactly.
So why you have to beg them?
Because we don't have anything in place. Because we don't have anything in place, Bernard. You begging oil company for hire sugar workers these days, man.
Glenn,
I think I'm done for tonight.
Glenn, I have an appeal to the former president.
Yes, go ahead, man.
Mr. President, as a concerned citizen of Guyana, whether you like it or not, history will record what happened under your watch.
Yes.
It will show how Guyana and Guyanese were taken advantage of by the oil companies, and it will also show what you did or did not do to protect the nation and its people. The people who elected you, may I add. Mr. President, you and only you have the power in your hand to decide what will be your legacy. You are actually the first president of a fully oil-producing Guyana. So you will set the template for the future of this country. It is a tremendous responsibility, and I hope you do the right thing for the country and its people, so that the country and its people can benefit from their natural resources, sir. Thank you very much.
Amen. Having said that, I just want to say God bless. Have a great evening.
Namaste.
Thank you for listening.